Goal attack from Malawi is Jesse Mazagera. Goal defense from South Africa, Jessica Gobo. In the centers from Malawi, Candace Davila. For South Africa, Lauren Lee Christian. Goal defense from Malawi is Caroline Mtukuli. Goal attack for South Africa, Maruka Otzhausen. Goalkeeper from Malawi is Joanna Kachelika. Goal shooter for South Africa, Dianca Ruda.
Such a rivalry between these two countries, of course, African countries. For many years, it was Malawi who sort of really had the wood over South Africa, but in the conventional form of the game, it's tipped lately. South Africa now on top. Recently, though, Malawi have had the best of the Fast 5 games. They were third last year. No Maui Kumwenda, not so good this year, Sherelle.
No, well, I think we've seen the impact of not having Kumwenda in the team for them, but I saw them before the game. They're ready for this. They want this win.
Lauren Lee Christians gets the South Africans away, and they sure do want it. In the Fast 5 standings, South Africa over the past few years have gone down to being last year. They can only go up.
Contact shooter, penalty pass.
So that goal not falling for Dianca Roda. And the first thing you notice about that Malawi side is their lack of height. Beautiful from Christians. They're a short team, aren't they?
Well, they are a short team, but they're incredibly athletic, and they've just got a natural ability to read the ball and where it's going. There's a look at it there. Beautiful hand in there at the back from from Kachilika.
Oh, and look at this battle for the ball. Galetta. It's centre for Malawi. Joyce Mvula. And that was unlucky for South Africa because the intercept might have come. Here's the penalty.
Contact keeper knee.
Malawi first on the board.
Well, both teams at the moment just wanting to work that ball in, aren't they, to the one-point shot, just trying to chip away at it early.
I'll tell you what, two players I'm watching. Caroline Mtukuli, goal defence for Malawi, up against Marika Holtzosen for South Africa. Can't imagine how many games they've played against each other. Jessie Mazangera shooting with Mvula. But they're having to be patient, the Malawians now. Oh, but
unfortunately, it's a footwork call. It was a carry. Gee, it must have been tight.
Well, you can imagine only what Mary Wire on the sideline, coach of Malawi, would have been thinking of that. All that good work undone. Holtzosen missed last year's tournament with injury. Nice connections with Dianca Roda, and this is for two. It's short.
It's short. Lovely rebound there. Pulled in. Is it cleaned up? It is. Good job by Mtukuli, and it was really great hands, wasn't it? Fast hands from South Africa. And that will open this defensive line, so it might be a strategy we'll see more from them.
Very definite footwork by Galetta.
Oh, it was such a beautiful move there by Mvula. Just used the roll off and unfortunately couldn't get the handle on the ball.
So already this is a little bit of a tug of war. Not a lot of scoring so far. Almost 3 minutes gone.
It's probably been the tale, really, for the tournament for both of these teams so far. Just that ability to find their space, get themselves settled and get that scoring on the ball. There haven't been high scoring so far in this competition.
Halfway mark the first quarter, 2-1. South Africa lead. Mtukuli, absolute leader on court. Not captain of this team, but has been captain in the past. And Mvula for two. Not falling. South Africa, they'll want to make the most of this. Kumza Maweni calling, delivering. A nice drive onto the ball. Holtzosen for two. Roda does well. keep your eyes on Bianca Roda, the South African goal shoot, because she does at times turn up at the other end of the court.
Beautiful play by Galetta at centre for Malawi. Just chased that ball down, got a hand in. Beautiful defensive play too. South African, they can clean it up, they can. Oh, long ball in. Beautiful play, what a connection. Taking the shot from 2-point range.
Ball still alive, now it's out.
Malawi. Yes.
So, both sides struggling to convert. Lwazi now in the midcourt. Shortest player here in Melbourne. But probably
Contact goalkeeper.
one with real live wire in the midcourt for Malawi. To Kondwa Lwazi.
1.
2-all. Just over a minute remaining in the first quarter. Como. Drea on at centre for South Africa. She looked steady, didn't she? She was very particular with that Rhoda. Oh, big ball from Cooley.
Oh, unfortunately couldn't be cleaned up because it was such a great pass. All the space at the back of the circle left when Mvula made that lead out. Couldn't finish it off though.
Contact goalkeeper. Up with the shooter. 1.
So take a look at this from Caroline into Cooley. Beautifully weighted. Not finished then, but it was in the next successive play. 3-all. First quarter, Malawi, South Africa.
1. Yes.
And here's Renska Stoltz. She's been the real sharpshooter for South Africa so far.
Well, she has. In fact, she's sitting 6th on the ladder for this competition in terms of points scored. Couldn't get that away, though.
So we are locked up at the break. South Africa 3, Malawi 3.
If you feel the falling, won't you let me know? If you love me, come on, get involved. Feel it rushing through you from your head to toe.
The lowest score of it.
Want to know what your money profile is, right?
3-all between South Africa and Malawi. Sherelle, what can you tell us about that quarter?
Well, that quarter, 3-all, that's the lowest combined score that we've seen this tournament. So very defensive play. I think both teams just finding their way through. Hopefully we'll see some explosion here and real attacking play because they can do that, both of these teams.
Oh, and that was a gimme for Pina, but she wasn't able to clean up. Last goes back. And there she is again. Oh, nice take from Maweni. In fact, there was a contact.
Yes, yes. Vantage contact center. Contact goalkeeper, penalty pass.
And Mvula took a time. And I should tell you, power plays not yet in action. South Africa will be taking theirs in the third quarter. Malawi in the fourth. And you want to
Hands over, but
Ingwira.
Vantage contact center.
Not today for Charmaine Bard. Gee, she was hot last year and did well earlier too. Second, I think, on the scoring for South Africa. 31 points on day one for Charmaine Bard.
and a distinct change in the tactic from South Africa. Had the ball under the post, they were taking those shots in the first quarter, but now working it to the two-point shots. So that may be just something that worked into it in that first quarter and going for a higher score.
Drea waiting for Bard to go out, nice into play. Oh, the little tippy toe, did it go into the one-point zone? Doesn't matter. So again, the seesaw continues. Big ball to Mvula.
And they've been playing that well so far, Malawi. A bit of a ball handling error there. That long play came unstuck for South Africa, but it's been working for Malawi.
And And do you think, is it just that they both want it so much? They're all a bit tight, a few more errors than you'd like?
I think so. I think they're feeling the pressure of this. They're feeling that this is a really good chance for them to get their win for the tournament, and they're not playing with their usual flair, are they? They are a bit more tight and tense.
Luazi on the edge. Oh, tiptoe ball for Mvula. Adds one more.
She makes good space, doesn't she? That was beautiful play on the baseline there. Really no room to move, but they found it.
And so often with Malawi, we always talk about Maui Kumwenda. Well, Joyce Mvula up playing in the UK Super League. She'll be going back there next year.
Offside, goal attack, free pass, goal third.
And sometimes you can only wonder how many more players like this are in the African continent, ready to be found. Renska Stoltz, no luck. So bad, giving it back to Inwera. A chance for Malawi, but they blow it out of court.
And we spoke about the difference in tactics from South Africa, going for these longer shots. They're still sitting on 0 for this quarter, so not working so far. Again, I wonder if there's a point where you then change that and start to go for those one-pointers. No, heading for 3. Still no score this quarter.
Oh, the nice rebound by Inwera, but straight back to Renska Stoltz. So, South Africa get a point in this second quarter. Oh, what a ball again into Cooley.
Punter, keeper, penalty pass.
Fortunately, not finished off again, but that has got to be a set play, doesn't it? We have Mvula doing that beautiful drive out of the circle, which draws the defenders and allows Chimolero to tuck into the back there.
And in fact, it wasn't Mr. Cooley, it was the captain, Joanna Kachalika, with that nice ball. Stoltz steadies. And we're up, tidies up.
Well, for Stoltz, that puts her down to 1 out of 5 for the quarter. So for the game, she's certainly been putting the shots up, but not the accuracy they need.
So Malawi add one more, just chipping along. Malawi bench like it.
Advantage offside. Stretching goal defence and the
And you just wonder if they need just to get one in, the South African shooters. Does it then, are you in the groove then?
Well, I think it certainly helps. Here's one from right under the post. They'll take that one. They haven't been taking many, but I think Malawi need to be careful when they're taking those shots to stay in play. Don't give away that penalty, because obviously their radar's off, so don't give them that second shot. They need to be clean.
South Africa, here they come again. Big ball from Pina. Rome Dreyer now at centre, Haltshausen.
And Malawi here doing a beautiful job of just blocking South Africa up, keeping them all on the same side, and there it is. Finally, the 2-point shot drops.
So are South Africa on their way? We will see. 1 point in at 8-7. Malawi still in front. Nicely timed to Mvula.
1.
Pushes the margin out to 2. 30 seconds left in this second quarter. Rome Dreyer. Oh, lovely bounce out to Bard. Very similar where she shot the last one from, but in but out. Jessie Massenjera now bringing it through for Malawi. They'll have to be quick here, Malawi. Time runs out. But how's that for timing? Beautiful from Malawi.
She knew.
Into the second quarter, Malawi leads South Africa 10-7.
No, I don't need introduction. Follow my simple instructions. You see me, I do what I gotta do. Oh, yeah.
Atmosphere starting to ramp up here at Hisense Arena in Melbourne. It's South Africa versus Malawi. Malawi 10-7 leading at the moment. And the thing to remember is that this third quarter is Malawi's power play. And you can see they've got a few fans in the crowd. They always do, the Malawi Queens. Always known as the entertainers of netball. South Africa, though, hungry for the win as well. Lauren Lee Christian set to go. They're away. Malawi leading 10-7. Power play, Malawi. So, Sherelle, what do the South Africans have to do? Is it simply a matter of just slowing them down?
What they have to do is they have to score more points, more of their shots. I mean, I know that's obvious, but at the moment, Malawi is sitting on 77% accuracy and South Africa is 33. They've taken 12 shots from the 2-point range and only hit 1. So that for them is their first point of call, and then slowing Malawi down in their power play, their second perhaps.
Now let's see what Malawi want to do here. No, they're going for just the 2. Chip away, chip away.
Chipping away. They've only taken 1 shot in this game outside that 1-point range, and it's working for them, so why shouldn't they stay with that tactic?
Yeah, and I suppose we've talked about it before, haven't we? Without Kumwenda, they've got no recognised 3-point shooter. That's not bad for South Africa. In fact, it's bad.
Well, there you go, not bad at all. And as I said, that's percentage way down, so they need to start shooting or hitting some of those long shots.
And I put you wrong here. I've been saying that it was Malawi's power play. It is, in fact, South Africa's power play. Hence why that last goal rocketed the score to 11 all. Nice flip from Mezingira. Bard, this for 4. She'll have another crack. Not bad on the second attempt.
No, not a bad time to start getting your eye in either in the power play. Those points worth double, of course. So, gee, doesn't it change in the blink of an eye in this game?
Oh, and that's a great play from Charmaine Bard. Malawi just a bit relaxed. She came through beautifully, 1 possession. Well, how's that for the shooter? Great defense, finishing it off with a 4-point shot.
Well, without doubt, the chat at that half-time break would have been about that percentage and the need to hit those shots, and hasn't she responded? Charmaine Bard, here it is for 6 points. Oh, it looked good.
Renska Stoltz does well, keeps it going, but it's fallen to Malawi. Well, they will have been rocked. Just over 2 minutes gone in this quarter. They're suddenly down by 8. Having led for most of the game. Mind you, most of the game's not a long time, really, is it? Dwazi directing traffic.
Advance offside, centre. Instruction goalkeeper, 1.
You can see the instruction coming from Griffin Sayenda, assistant coach. Griffin Sayenda Jr., I should say. His father used to be the coach, Griffin Sayenda Senior. Great servant of Malawi netball.
Malawi just doing a really nice job here of holding them up through that transverse line, just stopping that drive. You saw that, a really great play that Christians just couldn't get that depth on that drive. And it's really slowing their progression up to the post.
Oh, Bart, she's away laughing now. 23-12. Power play South Africa, and they're using it well. And that's brilliant from Zanmarie Pina at goal defence.
Why wouldn't you take the 2-point shot? In fact, it's worth 4 now. Oh. I like the confidence, though.
So Malawi realising they've got to pull out something a bit special. Of course, they know that they've got their final quarter to come, which is with the power play.
And we haven't seen a lot of teams take the power play in the final quarter, which in some ways you think you might like to do that to be able to bring it home, but not a lot of teams have been employing that, so we'll see how Malawi goes with it. Can they make up this deficit?
It's funny, actually, isn't it? Over the years, it changes. I remember early on in the days of Fast 5, 3 and 4 were the favoured quarters they went for. More latterly, it's been 2 and 3. You tell me why. Expert?
Well, I mean, obviously the tactic of that is to try and get that lead and an unassailable lead, and it puts the pressure then on the shooters, because this is a massively high-pressure situation for the goalers.
And
it
that's
really
what worked
is.
well, wasn't it? In last year's final for New Zealand, they surprisingly took that power play in the second quarter. Anyway, that's ancient history. I don't think that's going to be the situation this year, as South Africa really enjoying this third quarter. Here she goes. Not this time for Bard. And Takuli looking down, waiting for a space. Now Galetta.
Oh, beautiful contest from behind, wasn't it?
Yeah, Pongza Mawini, she's had a great year.
She has.
It's good in the quad series for South Africa. Oh, lovely ball floated. So South Africa going from one side of the court to
and
the
they're being
other.
forced to do that by some really good defence from Malawi, forcing them wide. This is the shot they want to take, though. Charmaine Bard's taken a few six-point shots and couldn't make it count.
Well, Malawi will be pleased with that last passage of play, but at the break, it's South Africa leading Malawi 23-14.
Don't pick up the phone, you know he's only calling cause he's drunk and alone. 2, don't let him in, you have to kick him out again. 3, don't be his friend, you know you're gonna wake up in his bed in the morning.
And look at the instructions being handed out to the Malawi players by the bench. This is their power play quarter. They're down by 9 points. What can they do? 23-14. South Africa in charge at the moment.
And G, to pull in that margin, you can do it in 2 shots, can't you, when they're worth 6? But Malawi haven't taken any 3-point shots in this game so far, so they'll have to get the radar working very quickly.
Malawi.
And Mvula, their only shooter who's over 6 foot, so where other teams can rely on a tall shooter just popping the twos in.
Contact goalkeeper.
It's harder for Malawi, and gee, they're making hard work of it at the moment.
Time.
And now we've got, I think, a stray bib.
Wardrobe malfunction.
It is, in fact, yeah, Dianca Roda, she's down that end of the court now. 2 points added for Malawi. The gap closes just a little. On, good work, Mtakuli. Spoiled by footwork.
Gee, that's disappointing, isn't it? Because it was such a beautiful challenge on the ball and collected by Malawi.
Fans outside, on the tag.
Holtzhausen. Como now running at centre. Oh, the little tip from Galetta, but out of court.
One area.
Still, South Africa.
Oh, they're right there, aren't they, Malawi? They're getting their hands in, making it difficult. South Africa throwing again. Need to get some clean hands on the ball here, Malawi. They've almost done it a couple of times.
Oh, that's smart from South Africa, just taking up time. But now here's a chance for Malawi. Mtakuli fires it through. Kamwala on now at goal shoot. Messenger, where does she want it? She wants it there.
Contact goal defense.
Down.
Penalty.
Another 2 points. See instructions being given to Joyce Mvula before she comes back out on court by Mary Wire. A lot on the shoulders of that young woman. 5 points in it. So make that 6. So steady as she goes from South Africa. This is all they have to do. And pull it back on court. strong challenge from Roda.
Oh, that was unfortunate. Gee, that was a good contest from behind. Yes. 2 hands on it. Malawi not being able to finish off that good rebounding work.
So now the error at the other end of the court from South Africa. 3 minutes left in this game. 6 points separating them. Oh, how that got through 2 defenders. 2 very tall defenders.
Well, how it got through is because of the timing of Mvula. She's got that height and a beautiful long stretch, but it's the timing of her jump and the strength on that take that allowed that ball to get through.
Well, this is just what you'd expect from these 2 teams. The gap is closing. 24-20. South Africa hanging on. Como and Holtzhausen just passing it around. They've got to be careful to make sure they're using it.
Goalkeeper, you're out of play.
And you wonder even at that point if it's worth, well, not when the score goes in. I was going to say if it's worth almost a professional contact to stop that player and get the ball to a shot. But anyway, not when they scored a goal, I guess.
Charmaine Bard's been good in this game.
Has.
You may well be able to hear the vocals on court from Malawi. Not known as a quiet team.
No.
Great to see. Yeah, strong rebound from Dianca Roda, and you can see why South Africa have put her down this end of the court for this quarter.
Yeah, the beautiful height down here and really, really strong on the rebound.
And you can see here in the corner of your screen, Australia and England getting up for what a whopper of a match that's going to be. That's coming up shortly. England, of course, unbeaten. And Australia just the 1 loss.
Yeah, and huge game for Australia. They need to win to keep their hopes of that final alive.
Oh, South Africa looking good, 28-20, but remember, it is still Malawi's power play. Here she goes for 6.
Obstruction, goal defense.
She'll get another chance.
In the 3, yes. Goal defense.
Chimaliro.
Oh, there you go! Suddenly it's a 2-point game.
That is just her 2nd super shot of the tournament. She got the very first one of the day yesterday. What a time to pull out your 2nd one.
Oh, and it's an intercept, beautifully read there by Galia. Malawi, can they clean it up? They can. It's not conventional.
The crowd has suddenly taken off.
Yes.
No sense of theatre.
20 seconds or so. 2 points in it.
Penalty pass.
Malawi need to get their hands on the ball. Conversely, South Africa just need to hang on to it. Remember, they have not won a Fast 5 game in years.
Advanced direction centre.
And why wouldn't you? Oh, this is a great victory for South Africa. She'll have another shot. And you can see the emotion on the South African bench. It doesn't count. 28-26. South Africa are on the board. Didn't get a win last year. They've got one here in Melbourne in 2017.
And you mentioned the emotion on the faces of the coach, Elsa Jordan, who was an ex-teammate of mine, actually. She came and played in Melbourne for a little while, so had a bit to do with her in her early years, and she's been working very hard under Norma Plummer, and so it's great to see that victory for her and the girls.
And South Africa, you've got to say, making real strides, as I mentioned before, in the conventional form of the game.
Yes.
Really competitive now. And
gee, weren't they impressive in that quad series?
they were. No easy beats. So delight there for the South African corner. And now let's hear from Marika Holtzhausen, who's with Annie Sargent.
Thanks, Jen Marika. What a game to start day 2. The rivalry between you two is always brilliant for us. What a finish. You had to hang in there tough.
Yes, I think we disappointed ourselves a bit in the shots,
but I think we kept great control, something we didn't do yesterday. So now we just need to improve on those shots, and then I think we can have some good games.
Well, to have that control at the finish is important, but how important the power play when you use it well, and you guys found hot hands, particularly through Charmaine Bard. Hot hand in power play.
Yes, definitely. I think it's the first power play we really played well, and Charmaine was on today, so we just tried to get the ball to her, and she delivered the goods.
Well, perhaps it's deja vu, perhaps it's a rehearsal for later in the day, so it's going to be another spectacular one. We can't wait. Please deliver the same again.
We'll definitely do better. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Marika.
Well, a delighted Marika Holtzhausen. Disappointment for Malawi, but what a win. 28-26 to South Africa, and look what's coming up. It's the unbeaten England against Australia.